everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today I want to look at the murder of British politician Anne Widdecomb, who was killed in what the police are calling a targeted attack. They've arrested a 28-year-old white male. He was arrested, released, and then rearrested again. And she was a reform, I believe part of the reform group, as it's called in the UK, which is more of a conservative, what we in the US would say more conservative. Scotland Yard is investigating it as a terrorist incident. And they're talking to the 28-year-old suspect from Rotherham. She was 78 years old, and she was discovered on Thursday, July 9th, at her home. She had sustained serious injuries. So I have a video clip. Now, she kind of reminds me of Charlie Kirk in that she did what he did, similar to what in this video here. She's speaking to a room full of woke students on the importance of free speech. Said, that's exactly what Charlie Kirk used to do. He went to college campuses and would promote things like free speech. So I'm just going to play this short clip.
Now, only two sorts of people oppose free speech, and they are at opposite ends of the scale. Snowflakes and totalitarians. Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offence or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit. But more seriously, on the opposite end from the snowflakes, poor little darlings, on the opposite end from them are the totalitarians. Totalitarians like to curtail your right to disagree with state orthodoxy. Now, for state orthodoxy, substitute the words social orthodoxy. As exemplified by social media, Twitter, and other such places where people decide what is and what is not acceptable. It is absolutely right that we should allow people, no matter how profoundly we disagree with them. I hate to utter cliches in this august debating hall, but I am going to utter one. That no matter how much we may disagree with somebody, we should defend to the hilt their right to say it. And that is something that I have believed all my life. That you succeed by defeating your opponent, not by wishing him away. You get nowhere by trying not to hear what is being said, not to hear the other arguments. And just remember this, you may feel virtuous today in what you will not hear, but tomorrow somebody may feel virtuous in not hearing what you have to say. Free speech is for all, not for the privileged few.
Yes, a great loss. Haven't heard the royal family or Harry and Meghan say anything about it. Of course not. Yeah. And like she said, the only people who don't like free speech are snowflakes and totalitarians. Who do we know that hates free speech? So much so, he makes an entire Netflix documentary with the wife crying fake tears about, the hurty words on the Twitter, or hiring some clown named Christopher Boozy who makes a fraudulent fake bot sentinel garbage report to accuse certain Caucasian middle-aged women of hurty words. and then deplatforming people left and right. Who do we know? So obviously, this woman would be someone that Harry and his group, Misan Harriman, James Holt, McSweeney, they would all hate her with a passion, kind of like the way they hate Trump, who's also for free speech. And we all know that the latest Trump assassination was on Prince Harry's birthday, right? One in 2024, I believe. It's right on Harry's birthday. What a coincidence! Right before Harry was speaking at the Clinton Global Initiative. So I was just wondering a few things about this. They do have someone arrested. So I'm wondering, number one, since Prince Harry just famously lost his court case and was totally humiliated and made a fool out of, all by his own doing. But someone like him, the evil and wealthy totalitarian like him, he's not going to take defeat well. He thinks judges should bend the knee to him, right? And the fact that this judge didn't, because it was so obvious that Harry was expecting, just being who he was going to win. And when it didn't happen, that would have been a huge blow to his ego, his maniacal totalitarian ego. So I'm wondering, is Prince Harry behind this woman's death? Because I could see someone like him with his group, all he has to do is make a phone call to one of his BLM buddies there. Fulani Ngozi, perhaps, and her group. Sure Misan Harriman and Fulani Ngozi know plenty of people. They have plenty of murderers in their group. So, never mind Clinton, Obama, Hillary and Obama, plenty of dead bodies around them. I'm sure they could whip up a killer somewhere or other. I'm sure they have a legion on speed dial. So let's see. So first question is, I'm going to ask a few questions here. So number one, is Prince Harry and his group, obviously I don't believe Harry's, walking around with a gun or a knife in this case. But obviously we know he's more than capable of hiring someone or having one of his friends hire someone. So is Prince Harry and his group behind this somehow? Question number one. And question number two, did she know that her life was in danger? Did she know, were there threats ahead of time? I'm sure when you're a public figure, you get threats all the time, but was there something more specific that did she know that she was possibly in danger? Number three, I want to ask, why did the attacker kill her? Was he political, just hated her, or was he hired, or what? What was the motivation here? And the last question I'm asking is, how is the police investigation going? In other words, are they really tracking on the right man here? Do they really have the right person, or are they just picking the first white male they see that they don't like, that maybe that had said something on Twitter they didn't like, and they just arrested him? Let's find out. Let's see what the cards show. I don't think I have enough room here for 4 questions. I have to squeeze them all in here. They're a little bit larger, well, average size. Okay, so was Prince Harry and his group involved? Nine of Swords. Oh, the mentally ill Prince Harry here. Prince Harry is a very mentally ill group. Deranged totalitarians. Six of Cups. Strong connection here. Going back together a long time. Nine of Wands. Feeling defeated here. 9 and 9. 969. 969. Well, you know, if you look at the numbers, no matter if they're up or down, 6 or 9, you can look at this combination of numbers as 666, which I believe is a group Harry belongs to, as we all know, from all his Masonic hand gestures and devil's horns that he constantly does in every photo op he gets. Even with that latest one, when he was talking to that group of people right before he went to the court case regarding child safety with Meta, and he brought those fake, grieving parents. Because I think some of them were actors. I don't even believe all of them were real. And he was flashing Masonic hand gestures even then. So yes, that's Harry's group. And I think he was defeated by his court case, and his group and him go way back. They're very close, very secretive. So you see it's kind of a wall here. And you've got these lifelong friends that Harry's grown up with, his Masonic friends. Very secretive. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I think, Mason Harriman and all the rest of them, they're probably all Satanists. And that's how they're also bonded together, not just being, woke or communist. It's the Satanism involved. And the Satanists are wrapped into there, too, as they are with everything, right? So I'm getting a yes. Harry and his satanic group, yes. Harry is crazy enough, and his group would do it for him because he was defeated in court and he wanted revenge of some sort. He just wanted to get somebody. He was so angry. So, did she know that her life was in danger? Did she have any idea that someone could be coming for her to seriously harm her? Nine of Cups. Very happy, prominent person here. Very positive, optimistic, welcoming person. But it's a yes. This is a yes. Even though it's a good card, it's as far as when you're asking a yes/no question, did she know her life was in danger? I'm getting a yes. And Four of Cups. But she didn't let it get to her. She continued living her life. She wasn't going to be cowed or... She's a very calm, rational person. She didn't let it make her crazy like Harry. Queen of Wands reverse. So I don't know if she's a fire sign, but I think that she was, this is also just someone who's lacking energy, not as energetic as they used to be. She is older. So she wasn't too worried about it. I think she knew that there were threats against her. But, she was just going to continue doing what she was doing. She's at an age where she's like, F it, they're not stopping me, bossing me around. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing and be positive and careful and whatnot. And, I think that she knew, but she let it go. She didn't let it stress her out. She didn't give it any energy here. She didn't perhaps take it as seriously as she should have. Okay, so why did this person, who I believe is working for Harry's group, why did this person kill her? Queen of Swords reverse. Oh, somebody who hates freedom of speech, that's for sure. Hated what she said. Hated her pushing freedom of speech and everything else, her political stance. Five of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, someone who wants to take your money and tax the rich. Someone who feels it's one of the main things of the communist Marxists, right? Working with it, that Harry and Meghan and his group are pushing this Marxism. They want they feel like they want your money, you know. It's all about making sure that all the wealthy give their money to them, and they don't, so they can sit at home and do whatever and not work and just get paid, right? Their universal basic income. And whoa, Ace of Swords reversed. Wow, a murderer. This person is for sure a murderer, a very violent person. So this is a very angry, violent person. Now with coins, I could think of somebody who's paid to do it, small amounts, and there may have been some reward for him from his group, you know, but it wouldn't have been much. I think that this person was already hated her and was very against her politics and was already very violent. So, yeah. It was political, and it was, hired a hitman, basically. This is someone who is experienced with murder, for sure. So how is the police investigation going? Have they got the right person, or is it going well, or are they totally off base? First card I get, Page of Coins. Okay, they're being very creative with the information they're putting out. They know how sensitive this is. And they are not being, factual. I mean, they're being factual but evasive and not... feel it's a very emotionally sensitive, right, thing, especially when a politician dies, because that's what people like when that what's her name again, Joe whatever, that Imran Ahmed used as an excuse for starting Centers for Countering Digital Hate, and this questions over whether this woman was really murdered. Joe Cox, J-O, first name, last name C-O-X. Yeah, so her death, very suspicious, whether it really happened or not, or it was strategized because of the connections to Southern Poverty Law Center suddenly announcing a few hours later that they knew exactly who did it, a right extremist. They blamed it on a right extremist, etc. Very politically motivated setup. So they're being very careful because of the emotional nature and how this could be used by a political group. So next, but does look upright, and then I get Four of Pentacles. So they do have evidence. They've collected a lot of evidence. They're keeping it close to, to the chest, or close to the vest, the expression goes, and they're not releasing too much. We just know that someone's been arrested and rearrested. That's all we know. So very cloak and dagger, and very emotional nature, and 10 of Cups reversed. So no matter what they come out with or determine, it looks like there's so much unhappiness about this, there's unhappiness and unrest in the whole country, right? It's this 10 of Cups, the royal family, I often see, but it's just a community card, and it's excessive and it's reverse, so excessive unhappiness. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of complaint. A lot of politicians are going to be, and everyone going to be complaining and unhappy no matter how this pans out and what they do. Because I'm asking about how well are they investigating this. So cups and coins, very quiet. They're not releasing anything, and they're keeping everything very secretive right now. And dealing with huge prominent person with a lot of pressure from the community and whatnot. So the world is watching. So very sensitive. Yeah. So it's very, very quiet, very careful, but I just see a lot of collecting, but not having the results that they want, where they're trying to get. So they may be being too careful. And I kind of get the idea here that, they grabbed this guy that they had in mind and they're not letting him go. And they're not really out objectively, strategically trying to find the real, to be real and objective investigating here. Because I'm getting cups and cups is more emotionally swayed, biased influence that is not what you want to see with an investigation. You want to see swords. You want to see wands. So quiet and not satisfactory right now at this point in time. Yeah. There's a lot of pressure and they're getting a lot of crazy information and crazy tips and sifting through a lot of that. But just still gathering. So that's how that's going. So not coming to a conclusion right away here. And if they do, it's very suspicious. I would be suspicious if they announce that they're positive that they have the right person completely. So, yeah. So Prince Harry and his group. I have one more question about that. Prince Harry's involved. Oh my. Prince Harry. 666. Did Prince Harry request the hit himself? Did he get pissed off? Get so angry after his trial and by his lack of popularity and the fact that nobody cares about him and his goon squad wife there? Did Harry order the hit himself? Did he say, I want this woman gone, get rid of her, free speech, get rid of her? Whoa, 10 of Pentacles. Wealthy, a lot of money here, a lot of wealth. Somebody who's lost a lot, who has to pay a lot of money. Yes, Harry did communicate to someone. Maybe when he met Misson Harriman, maybe he was like, hey, Misson, I can get you, this or that or the other. Oh, he did. He made the call himself. Harry called the hit in. He contacted a person to get it done. Because Harry works with criminals. On his byline news that he made, the reporters on there are phone hackers. They've been in prison for phone hacking, breaking the law, and Harry's working with them. He pays them to create that fake newspaper, Byline Times, that the Sussex Squad are pushing. I don't know if they're still pushing it so much. They have other things they're writing themselves now. But anyways, they're criminals. Harry was working directly with criminals, and he still is. And I do see that he went to his group there, Obama Clinton group there, and said, who can we get to off this woman, her and her free speech? Wow, Harry hates free speech so much he would commit murder. Is that true? Does Harry hate free speech? Does Harry and Meghan hate free speech so much that they? Because we talked about that on YouTubers about when I was getting deplatformed 10 times. I said I was thinking being deplatformed is like being killed. Your channel's killed. It's like boom, you're out. It's like being assassinated. You're there 1 second, and the next second, boom, you're completely you're gone. Just like an assassination, right? Just like a murder. So I was like, this is the next, and this is a totalitarian move, like she said. And the next step to this, and this is what they did in the olden days, and still today in many countries like China and elsewhere, allegedly, if you say the wrong thing, you will end up being disappeared, right? Being tortured and killed. So I was thinking, Harry and Meghan would just love to kill us, just to shut us up. They would love us dead. I mean, it's shown by how aggressive they were with the censorship. So, yeah, I really am not surprised if this turns out to be true that he was behind the hit on this woman. I think she was assassinated, and I think Harry may be behind it. That's what I'm getting. That he was. Yeah. So there you have it. Wow. All right, so there you have it. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.